Hello, this is Wmpyr here to talk about footwork once again. Yeah, I want to tell you guys that the way that my footwork method works is that there's basically two types that you really want to understand and focus on. And number one is, just natural movement. And this is what was actually taught to me, okay? But actually, both of these things were taught to me. So I realized that there's two types of footwork. Number one is like I'm working with my partner, right? And we're doing partner drills. So we could be doing something like the Heaven Six. So when you're doing the Heaven Six, you start off without moving, no footwork. The lower body's dead and you're just facing each other. But then as you get better, you start moving around. How do you start moving around? Well, you just start walking, so you're doing a Heaven Six like this and you start walking. And then you guys get make it more, faster, start moving more like combat, Those are all natural movements. There's no, you have to move this way, the foot does this and at this angle. None of that. None of that. It's just how your hands are moving and can you move around? It's a very, very natural thing. Look up videos. I'm not the only one. This is taught in traditional Filipino martial arts. Okay, you see plenty of people doing it. So that's number one, natural footwork where you're mobile. That's a good thing. Okay. The second one is now they start putting sticks on the ground and they make all these shapes basically made up of triangles. So you put two triangles together, you have a diamond, or you could make a zigzag shape, So that they're making a bunch of different shapes. If you tilt the diamond, it's a square, So you have these different shapes on the ground, and then now you're following those, that kind of footwork, very specialized footwork, okay? So the question is, where does that fit in with the natural footwork? So in the beginning, we're talking about a self-defense situation. Someone just, comes up to me. I'm not going to be in the diamond, working that zigzag, working the female triangle, the male triangle. I'm not doing any of that. In the beginning, it's like, well, what the hell's going on? So I'm going to be here, okay? And then from here, I'll try to diffuse, de-escalate the situation, okay? But at some point, it may not go the way that I want, and violence can occur. And when that happens, when I need to defend or I need to attack, at that point, that's where the footwork comes in. So you guys should be practicing that. You practice from a normal stance right here, and then I go into an attack and I come back. I just took a step forward, boom, and then I came back. The reason why you want to go into the footwork, so whether it's a 45-degree angle or whether it's stepping, sideways or stepping out and making your stance wide. That's what it is. Because look, this is a normal stance, and then something in karate or something. Now, my stance is much, much wider. As you can see, I can launch a punch from there, Shotokan style or whatever. But the main idea there is that your stance becomes wide. And why is that important? The reason is whether you're attacking or defending, you want a strong base. Okay, so attacking wise, think of a catapult, right? So the catapult, boom, it throws a rock, has a plate right here, and then you put a bunch of rocks there and boom, right? It launches that. The base is what? It has like 4 wheels. It's wide, it's long, it's heavy base. Now imagine if the base was real light. After it launched this, it would flip over because, all the momentum and then all these men would have to go pick it up, turn it over, set it back, and put it back into position. It would take too much time. If it had a solid base, boom, and then you reel it back, boom, you reel it back. You can keep attacking, much, much faster, right? And that's what you want. So that's why a good base is necessary. Now, defense-wise, same idea. If they're attacking me, in order for me to take the attack solid, then I need a good base. If I'm not in a solid base and boom, and I get pushed back, then the next attack can really, maybe it'll mess me up. I won't be in position to see it. I'm too busy recovering my base. You know, I'm too busy going, whoa, where am I? And I might get tagged in a really bad way. So that's why a good base is very important. So you want to go from normal, right? So in the entirety of the combat, in an altercation situation, so to go from normal to, whoa, what's going on, to here, okay, now I have a wide base, right? And then from there, I'm going to be mobile again. I'm going to get out. So you can see Taekwondo people or even some Muay Thai people, they're in a normal stance like this with the feet relatively close together because they can move around, you know, boom, like this, or you got Taekwondo people like this, you know, you can move around, but then when they attack or they have to defend, then they need to switch more to a more solid base. Okay, so that becomes important. So I hope that makes sense. That's it for now. Thank you for viewing, and take care, folks.